day 1 or day 2. If day 1, the heat, the mint oil, the lying down has helped your back calm down already and you're able to move a little bit, if you can get yourself down onto the floor with pillows under your knees, oh, that's not enough pillows. That's enough pillows. I got 2 now. However many pillows you need, you can still be on the couch as well, but it's best if you're actually flat on the ground. Let me fix myself. So it should look something like this. You don't need the pillows necessarily. If you can keep your knees bent, feet on the floor, and that feels okay for your lower back to be here, then you can absolutely do that. If it feels all right to let the legs out and relax, then you can do that one as well. So whichever version works better for you on that particular day. If it really, really hurts your back to be in this position, go back to day 1, hop up on the couch, put the pillows underneath your hips, and get that heating pad. But if you can be here, we're going to do some of that deep diaphragmatic breathing, and this should help it calm down a little bit faster. So even if you need to lift your knees up a little more, maybe you need another pillow. I have 3 pillows now, and that might just be enough. So if this is comfortable here, take a breath in, as deep a breath as you can, and exhale, and try and get your belly button down towards the floor. So what we're doing here is we're activating the abdominal muscles. Breathe in and exhale. Getting a little bit of that core contraction. And this should help force the back to relax, especially if that pain is on either side of the spine. Getting the muscles on the front, the opposite muscles to activate will help relax the lower back. If you need 5 pillows or 6 pillows in order to be in this position, totally okay. If you're more comfortable lying on your side in fetal position and doing the breathing here, you can absolutely do that, maybe with a pillow between the knees. But if you can make it to this pose here, then we'll get the hands just in the fronts of the hips, and you'll feel your hip bones here. And just breathe into your hands. We're going to put the palms right on top of those hip bones so that the fingers curl onto your thighs. Just a little tiny bit of pressure for the hip flexors. And breathe into your hands. This will help your hip flexors relax a little bit as well. And if it feels okay being here, if this is already starting to calm you down a little bit, I have a dry erase marker that I have grabbed for my massage tool today because it has a blunt end. So you don't want anything pointy. You want something that could possibly mimic a massage therapist's thumb, but not sharp. And I'm going to use that just on my hip. So find your hip. Find that bony hip part again where we just had our hands. Grab your tool and just get that blunt end right into the fleshy part, right on the side of the hip. So you can feel your hip bone, the way it travels around here. These are some hip flexors and some glutes here that can sometimes cause some lower back pain or contribute to lower back pain. So I'm going to get my tool and just do some really gentle circles in here. And just follow the edge of the iliac crest all the way around, or halfway around, or a quarter way around. If you can only reach, round about to this side and you can only do this section, then just do this section. Especially if that pain was going across the hips Releasing these muscles here will usually help quite a bit. And then you can find the head of the femur. So that's going to be the bony part that sticks out right about here. My hip crease, or my hip crest, the iliac crest is along here. And I'm going to do the same thing just on top, very gently, and in front. Not on the bone, but on the top of it and around the front side. So you want to make sure you're in fleshy parts. You are on muscle, not bone. Just little gentle circles here. And then the other side as well. And keep breathing. You can have some mint oil on while you do this and then get into the shower. Have a good hot shower. And you might not necessarily feel a whole lot better today, but this will help it feel better tomorrow. And then breathe. I'm going to put my tool down, put my hands back on top of my hips, and just hang out here for a little bit. Getting those abdominal contractions. And imagine like you want to do a sit-up, like you want to do a crunch. You don't actually have to move your body at all. You just want to activate your abdominal muscles as though you're about to do a crunch, as though you're about to lift your legs up. And you don't want to feel it in the hips. So when your hands are here, your hip flexors should be relaxed. You want to feel it all in your abdominal muscles here, your crunch muscles. And if you don't have a six-pack, that's fine. I don't either. It's not a big deal. What you want is just to feel those muscles engage. We're just sending the nervous signals down towards these muscles so that all of these muscles on the back get a little more of a chance to relax. We're not trying to get a lot of movement today. We're just trying to calm the spasm down so that you can move tomorrow. So whatever position you find most comfortable to lie in that position the most. You might return to lying face down with the heating pad on your back for a little while. And then come back to this position here, come back to the breathing, come back to the relaxing of the hips a couple more times today. And if it's feeling better tomorrow, we'll move on to day 3. Try not to move on to day 3 until it's actually day 3, even if it's feeling a lot better right now. When it feels good, when it starts to feel better, that's the time you're more likely to re-injure yourself because you're feeling good, you're going to get up, you're going to say, oh, great, yeah, I can do the thing. And then the thing just totally takes you out for another day and you have to start back at day 1. So take your time with day 1 and day 2 here. Day 1 and day 2 might end up being days 1 to 4 even depending on what's going on and how long it takes you to get in to see somebody. Hopefully not 4 days. Hopefully less than 4 days. Hopefully like 2 days or same day. But that doesn't always happen. So whatever position is comfortable for you to sleep in, if you can sleep on your back here, this would probably be one of the better positions. Or lying on your side with a pillow between the knees, knees bent, and try not to keep them curled too far in. See if you can keep your thighs perpendicular to your torso roughly, and then about another 45 to 60 degree angle at the knees. If you can, get yourself into more of a squiggle position with the thigh about 45 degrees out from your body and the knees about another 45 degrees out from there. Nice little squiggle line. That would be perfect. But if you need to hike up the knees a little bit, if you need to roll over and lie on your stomach with a pillow underneath, do whatever position it is that's going to get you through the night. And I'll see you for day 3.